Alright, what is up you guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new vlog. Now in today's video we're talking about the GTR mods, accessories, maintenance. What is the plan that I have in mind for it? But then before we start talking about all this, oh yes, she is finally here. I mean, I told you guys in the last video that hopefully next time I see you I will have it, and we finally have it. Waited over 2 months for it, but it's finally here. I have all the keys, I signed all the paperwork, she's on the driveway. This is extremely exciting. So yeah guys, hybrid, brand new 2022. Let me show it to you in 3, 2, 1, go. And there you have it guys, 2022 Hyundai, however you say it, Elantra hybrid. So this is the blue trim finish in this gorgeous electric shadow gray. 1.6 liter, about 139 horsepower. And in this one, as far as gas mileage, you get 53 city, 56 highway. I know to read a brochure. Now, obviously, I drove it back from Ohio, and currently, I think I'm gonna hit about 600 miles on that full tank total, and my average is 56.4 at the moment. So, yeah, not too shabby. Okay, so we're back in the garage. It is super hot. Like earlier today, it was raining. Now it is super duper hot. I'm already sweating. Man, Kentucky weather, you just never know what you're gonna get. Yesterday we had some flooding alert because yeah, it poured rain all day long. So, you know, just lovely summer Kentucky weather. Now I am a little bit blown away by the fact that I can get 600 miles, about 600 miles I calculated, out of like what, 12-gallon tank. The GTR behind me has a 20-gallon tank. And when I run 93, I make the calculation, I'm probably gonna end up getting like 250 to like 270 miles of range. So obviously not the same engine, they don't put out the same power, but man, that is crazy. 600 miles of range from the Hyundai is just a little bit mind-blowing. Now, when it comes to MPG, right, I told you guys about 56, that's what I got. So this is so far what I have on the total trip and total miles that I've done with the car with that tank. I did took it to work and I got 60 miles per gallon. So obviously I'm not driving fast, I'm respecting the speed limit. So 55 on the 55, 70 on the 70. I know I can already hear you guys. Oh, you that guy with the hybrid. You drive the speed limit, you don't go above it. Yep, I am that guy, but guess what? When I get to work, I get 60 miles per gallon, which is, I'm okay with that. Side note, I told you guys, Kentucky weather is crazy. It is thunderstorming now, and I'm pretty sure within the next few minutes it is going to pour once again. Lovely Kentucky weather. Now, obviously, as far as the Elantra, I'm not going to go into the details, but the hybrid comes in 2 trim, blue and limited. I went with the blue just because I felt like for the price and the feature that the car is giving me, I don't need anything higher than this. The limited obviously comes with a lot more safety feature, like technology feature, leather, bigger screen, all that stuff. But you know, for just commuting, daily driving, yeah, yeah, the blue was just enough for what I was looking for. And obviously I did look at the used market, but yeah, used market is a little bit crazy, as most of you know, and I really didn't feel like way overpaying for a car that has 150,000 miles on it. So for that reason, I went to the new market. Now, when it comes to why did I go Hyundai? So I actually looked at all the other brand, right? I knew that I wanted a hybrid, and the first that I looked at was Honda. And Honda, unfortunately, doesn't really have a lot of option when it comes to hybrid. They do have the Honda Insight, which honestly, like design-wise, just not for me. So I turned myself to Toyota. Toyota have a couple options. I wanted something compact, small. Prius, not for me as well. I have nothing against Prius. They get really good gas mileage. I have a couple people that I know that have Prius. I respect them. But yeah, it's just not for me, honestly. And then the other option that Toyota had was the Corolla. And the Corolla, I was fooling. I was like, man, it's a Toyota Corolla, and they look really good. Like the gas version of the Toyota Corolla, you have several trim. They look extremely, extremely good. But then when you look into the hybrid section of the Toyota Corolla, they look like a rental. And I'm not even joking when I say the car look like a rental, is the car looks like a rental. So I was like, okay, yep, that's not gonna be for me. And then I turned myself to Hyundai, find the Elantra, and I was like, you know what, for the price, I'm getting a car that looks really good, that looks 2022, and get a lot of feature that, for example, the Toyota Corolla did not. So yeah, we went with Hyundai. Now, I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask me, like, why did you get a Hyundai? Like, why? I know that, you know, the brand back in the days didn't really have a really good reputation, but they have come a long way. They also offer like 10 years, 100,000 miles warranty, and the dealership I bought it from is actually doing a lifetime powertrain warranty on the car. So, you know, I'm pretty confident that maybe back in the days, Hyundai wasn't really trustworthy, but I know that now they are trustworthy. Now I say that, and the funny thing is, and you guys are probably going to comment on this, yes, I know there's already a recall on my car. I believe mine has been taken care of, and it's actually a pretty big recall. Pretty much the pretensioner on the front seat belt could, in case of an impact, explode and throw a bunch of metal shards to you and potentially harm you. So I know now you're like, see, why did you choose Hyundai? Your car can literally kill you. It can, but I guess technically we've seen many other cars like back in the days, and even more recently, that, you know, things just weren't made the way they were supposed to make, and they could kill you. So yeah, it's a little bit funny that I tell you guys, I think Hyundai is a good brand, and then there's already a recall for something that can potentially kill you. But obviously Hyundai is moving forward on it, and they are replacing all the front seal belt pretensioner to avoid this from happening. But you know, it's really not the first time we see this kind of issues, especially with like cars being recalled, and it's definitely not the last time. There's going to be plenty more. And just because with me working in the automotive industry, I just know that schedules are tight, and they are trying to get cars and design done out as fast as possible to get those cars on the lot to sell them. And yeah, it just doesn't surprise me that sometimes things doesn't go right. I think there was a massive recall like a few years ago regarding like airbags. I also know that, for example, my Civic got a recall. That was obviously less threatening of a recall, but a fuel pump wasn't made to spec, so they had to recall like millions of Civic and Accord. We're also seeing right now with the new Ford Bronco, literally a piece inside the engine wasn't made to spec, and the car just dies and the engine blown up. And yeah, people that buy brand new Bronco has to have their whole engine replaced because of a manufacturing mistake. That's what I think. That's what it is. Please comment if you think that I got that wrong. I might have. It's just from like some videos that I've seen on YouTube. So yeah, it's just, you know, it happens. Obviously those brands are taking care of the issue and getting the car fixed. But you know, I'm gonna trust the process, and I'm gonna trust the brand that I invested in. and I'm obviously going to let you guys know how the ownership of the Hyundai go. Hopefully it's going to go smooth. I'm sure it is, but I'll keep you updated on anything weird or crazy happening, but so far so good. All right, so let's talk about the GTR, right? Enough talking about the Elantra, let's talk GTR. One thing that I do want to mention just about the Elantra is that I'm going to do like a review probably at some point of the car. But GTR, so mods, accessories, maintenance, what is going to happen to the wonderful, great looking GTR? So as far as mods, I'm not really looking to get any mod done at the moment. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm paying a car loan on it, which is, obviously not the cheapest one that I've gotten. The Civic was cheaper, the Mazda was cheaper, the Elantra is cheaper, so that's definitely one of the biggest car loans that I've gotten. I obviously want to, pay towards that, try to pay the car early, that way I can save on interest. And as far as mod, I used to be like, when I was a kid, I was Need for Speed Underground generation, right? I would get one of those cars in the game and modify it crazy, like, white body kit, wheels, aftermarket brakes, massive upgrade on the engine, wings, all this. And I guess I kind of grew up to be someone that just enjoyed the car as it is, right? If you guys remember the Civic Type R, we didn't really do anything on it. I mean, we put a bunch of accessories, Honda accessories that I've installed. I've made a couple of videos about it. We did get aftermarket wheels, and really the reason there is because I needed a winter set to be able to daily drive the car. Besides that, I didn't really get into modding because I really enjoy the car the way it was. I did think a couple times about doing like engine mods. I just really never got into it. Now, granted, there's people out there that have some amazing build on their Civic Type R, and I really enjoy reviewing them and looking at them and seeing pictures and all this, supporting the build. But as far as me, I just kind of grew out of that trend, and I was like, you know what, I just like the Civic the way it is, so I'm gonna keep it that way. And that kind of the same thing about the GTR. Like, I'm not really seeing to do any big mod on it, right? I mean, I could do a wing, but then if I do a wing, then I'm gonna have to do like a wide body kit, add some sort of like different bumpers and stuff like this, and I don't really want to do that because I like the style of the car, and actually the wing is carbon fiber, so that I really like. I could do the wheels. That would probably be the only mod that I do, but yet again, with me paying off the car every month right now, I just don't see me putting money into some wheels, at least not yet. And then, as you guys know, engine-wise, there is already quite a lot of mods on it with the E85 Flex Fuel Kit, pushing, close to 600 wheel horsepower. I think that would be one of the kind of area where I put all my attention towards, is maybe get more power out of the engine, where I kind of leave the outside kind of stock and not worry about it. I know some of you guys are going to be, you did window tinting on the Civic, you could do the same here. The thing is, like, the car is already tinted. It's not like a really dark like shade of tint. So, but the guy who had it, I don't know what type of like tinting input, but it's good stuff. So I don't really want to remove something that is extremely good to put something different. I don't know, I will think about it, but as far as mods right now, I think the car is going to stay pretty much the way it is, which is not stuck at all. But I'm really not going to touch anything on it for now. Now, when it comes to accessories, I mean, I went on the Nissan website and look at what accessories there is. I don't know if you remember, guys, on the Civic Type R, we didn't change those things. We actually tinted them. I put some sort of black tint on it. I really don't like the way that's looking with the overall design of the car. And Nissan actually have some white ones. So I bought some white ones. They should be on the car very, very soon. And I think that the white side markers are going to look very great with the gray of the car. I know I'm rolling on my little stool. It's very easy. Sorry for the nose. But one other thing we need to talk about is on the inside. I actually already bought them. They are those very nice looking GTR floor mats because the car didn't come with floor mats. I don't understand this. How can a car like this not come with floor mats? I don't get it. All right, and last item we need to discuss is maintenance. So my goal with the GTR, since I have a daily drive now that I can drive, is I'm gonna do as much maintenance as possible on the GTR. So there's actually some coming up. So like oil change, transaxle, fluid flush, transmission flush. I literally kind of looked it up online. I'm looking to buy like a service manual on the GTR. And yeah, the goal is to just jack up the car on 4 jack stand as high as I can get it, and then yeah, do it all by myself. You know, I'm an engineer, and I would say that I'm not like the best at doing things, but I think I'm like pretty good that I can figure it out, right? So that's kind of the plan. Obviously, I mean, an oil change, it's a fairly simple task. The reason why I really haven't done any of my oil change in the past is just because I guess I was afraid that something would mess up. Like I would either mess up something or something wouldn't go the way that I wanted it to go, and then the car would be stranded. And because I didn't have another car to go to work, then I would just be screwed. Now, since I have the Elantra and I can just take the Elantra to work, the car, the GTR, can kind of just sit in the garage. If I don't get something done right away, it can just sit for a few days until I get the right part or I get it done. So it's like kind of less stressful on me. And so for that reason, I'm gonna really start looking at doing all that myself. So I've already bought like a really nice floor jack, some really nice jack stand to be able to lift the car pretty high up. That way I can get underneath, do all the fluid flush, axles, transmission, oil change, all this. And then yeah, I'm looking just to really get a lot done. I think the brakes are good for now, so we're not really gonna worry about that yet, but that's something that I wanna get into it at some point, being able to do like all the brakes. I mean, you know, I think it's kind of gonna be a mix of the two. Like some of the things I'm gonna be like, yeah, I think I can do that myself, so let's go on and try it. And I think some of those things are gonna be just a little bit too technical for me, and in that case, I'm just gonna take it to like a certified GTR dealership that can actually work on the GTR. So I'm kind of gonna gauge based on what I wanna do, but I know that the next thing coming up very, very soon is gonna be pretty much all the flush that I've told you guys about, transaxle, transmission, and then the oil. Yeah, I'm looking forward to do it because I think that it's gonna be like, you know, a big positive on my end to be able to do that myself. A little bit worried, obviously. You just worry that you do something wrong, you do something not right, and you break something. But you know, you just, sometimes in life you just gotta learn, and sometimes you learn it the hard way. Obviously, you don't want to learn it the hard way on a GTR because if you mess up something, that could be a really big and expensive mess up. But I think overall it should be fairly okay. At least I hope. We'll see. And you know, as I mentioned earlier, with me being an engineer, obviously I'm a little bit more mechanically inclined, you know, from like working in the automotive industry and all this. So even if I'm kind of afraid sometimes of doing things because I'm afraid that I'm gonna mess it up, I'm obviously, you know, I would say maybe more comfortable to do those type of things since, you know, I'm kind of in the engineering field and know, you know, what I'm looking at it. Now I know a lot of people, like they look under a hood and they don't know anything and they're not really inclined to do any oil change, all this. What I want to tell you guys is don't think that way. You can do anything in life, and you know, if you put yourself in front of it, in front of a challenge, there's so many ways nowadays that you can learn and be able to do that yourself. And I really encourage you, like, you know, I know some of you guys are going to be like, whoa, dude, I would never do service on my GTR by myself. That is way out of my skill set. And I want to tell you, like, that is not true. You can literally read, you can watch videos online that will literally tell you exactly how to do it. And you know, a lot of the things in life that I've done, like as far as, you know, home project, car projects, or just doing things, like I had no idea how to do it. I just read about it, I just watched a video about it. And you know, it's like life is all about trial and error, right? Like you're not gonna go into something and just get it right out of the gate. You might, and if you do it, it's great, but chances are you're gonna fail and you're gonna learn from it, and that way next time you do it, it's just gonna be better, and you know, it's gonna be a better experience for you. So you know, never go into the mindset that, oh well, I'm not an engineer, I can't do it. That's not true. You don't have to be an engineer to be able to work on cars. You don't have to be an engineer to be able to, you know, build something made out of wood. You don't have to be an engineer to. In life, you can just do anything if you put your mind to it, and you know, you just learn about it and read stuff, watch videos, just do your research. You just can achieve it. So you know, I definitely want you to have that mindset. In anything that you take on with life, is just because I haven't done it doesn't mean that I can do it. I just need to, you know, keep pushing and learning, and one day I will get it. And so that's kind of what I'm going to do with the GTR, right? I mean, I know I probably have the capability to do all the maintenance on it. I've never done it. Am I scared to do it? Oh, hell yeah. But I'm just gonna do it, and I'm probably gonna make mistakes on some of the things, and hopefully those mistakes are not gonna be big mistake. And if they are, then I'm just gonna, you know, figure out what to do next. It's kind of like a step by step, and I go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm probably not gonna make like a lot of videos about like how to do an oil change on the Nissan GTR. Why? Because there's plenty of people that already done those type of videos, but I'm definitely going to keep you guys along on what's going on with the car, and yeah, we go from there. Just be aware that the next big thing is going to be, that car is probably going to be on jacks, and I'm going to be doing all the oil flush underneath, and like I said, I already bought, I think, most of the tools that I need. So yeah, we're going to go from there. All right, you guys, well, I hope that you enjoy today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about, well, one, the Elantra. What do you think about it? Some of you are going to hate it. Some of you are going to love it. Let me know what you think about me doing my own maintenance on the GTR. I know that is scary, but you know, sometimes in life you just got to do what you got to do. And yeah, do not forget, guys, to smash the likes and subscribe to the channel. I, as always, would really appreciate it. But I think, yeah, I think for now that's the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I'm going to see you guys real soon. But as usual, for now, Frenchie's out.